Good morning, guys. I'll just 1 second, just 1 second, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Um, thought I've had a heat stroke, so things have not been very. I live in a fifth floor house, new building, so it's getting very, very hot. बाहर 40 है तो मेरे घर में 42 होता है. That's the problem. Okay, so guys, let us see the first question for the day. Consider the following statements. Kuki people are ethnic group native to Mizo Hills in India. Chin people of Myanmar and the Mizo people of Mizoram are related to tribes of the Kukis. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? One only, two only, one and two, neither one nor two. Good morning, Prabhula. Kuki ethnic community. Answer is C. The Kuki people are ethnic group native to Mizo Hills, formerly Lushai Hills in India. They constitute one of the several hill tribes in India, particularly Bangladesh, Myanmar, Northeast section mein, they constitute the largest. The Chin people of Myanmar and the Mizo people of Mizoram are actually related to Kukis. That's right. The Chin people of the Kachin state. Kuki Chin is a Christian community from Bangladesh's Chittagong hill tracts, which shares very close ethnic ties with people of Mizoram. Okay, Chin people of Myanmar and Mizo people. Consider the following statements regarding the United Nations Convention of Laws of Seas, UNCLOS. UNCLOS is the only international convention which stipulates a framework for the state jurisdiction in maritime spaces. International Seabed Authority and International Tribunal for the Law of Seas, ITLOS, were established by UNCLOS. Which of the above statements is or are correct? UNCLOS, UNCLOS. Ametya Shiva Chandala Madhyamam Shati Dushita. Answer is C. C, C. United Nations Convention of Law of Seas actually defines the rights and responsibilities of nations with respect to maritime authorities or maritime access to world's oceans, establishing guidelines for businesses, environment, and management of marine natural resources. ISA was actually established to organize, regulate, and control All mineral related activities beyond the limits of natural jurisdiction and area underlying most of the oceans, world's oceans. It's an organization established by United Nations Convention on Law of Seas, UNCLOS. Kanikama, Srishti. Answer is C. The International Tribunal for Law of Seas, ITLOS, is an intergovernmental organization, basically like a dispute resolution center, mandated of the Third United Nations Conference on Law of Seas. It was established by the United Nations Convention of Law of Seas. UNCLOS is the only international convention which stipulates a framework for state jurisdiction in maritime spaces. It provides a completely different legal status to different maritime zones. It actually is the backbone for offshore governance by coastal states and those navigating the oceans. Yes, it's the sole authority, it's the only existing authority. Consider the following statements about United Nations High Sea Treaty. It is also referred to as Paris Agreement for the Oceans. It deals with biodiversity beyond the national jurisdiction, has been under the discussion for several years. Which of the following statements are correct? Today's Pradhan Mantri Paap Karo Yojana. फ्रॉम टुमारो ऑनवर्ड्स थोड़ा क्लास का टाइम बढ़ाएंगे और सुबह ही वॉइस कर देंगे because we are getting the traffic. We'll do it in the morning itself. Answer is C, also referred to as Paris Agreement for the Ocean. The treaty, mainly to deal with the biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction, has been under discussion for several years. The proposed treaty concerns the ocean existing beyond the exclusive economic zones that lie from the coast of the country to about 200 nautical miles or 370 kilometers into the sea, till wherever it has special rights of exploitation. Water beyond that are known as open seas or high seas. So, generally, this exclusive economic zone, etc., is actually defined under this treaty, even high seas treaty. Consider the following statements. In India, registration of GI tag is valid for a period of 20 years. In India, geographical indication registration is administered by Trademarks Act 1999. Which of the following given above statements is or are correct? Kunal, Khani and Khani Khama is basically, you could say, central and western Rajasthan. More of the rural, traditional Rajasthani style of saying Namaskar, if I'm not wrong. Shushti, correct me. सृष्टि ई नहीं है ऑप्शंस में. Answer is D. GI tag is primarily an agricultural, natural or a manufactured product. उनको दिया जाता है handicrafts and industrial goods. originating from a definite geographical territory or a defined geographical territory. Typically, such name conveys an assurance of the quality and distinctiveness of the commodity, which is essentially attributable to the place of origin. Like, sorry, for example, Hyderabadi Halim, Hyderabadi Biryani. That's and distinctiveness of Halim, but more of the Hyderabadi. Guys, blurred because it might be because of your internet is showing that screen. Um, ये बढ़ा लो, the advanced features. Yes, Dindigal locks, exactly. Once the GI tag is granted, no other producer can misuse the name to market similar products. It is also provides comfort to customers about the authenticity of that product. Okay. Now, any association of persons, producers, organization, or authority established under the law. Sandeep Vasudev, presently, I mean, you'll be booked for criminal case and criminal conspiracy because there is nothing called veg biryani. Veg biryani is crime. It is a heinous crime, must be booked under sedition. Veg biryani is brutality. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. पुलाव होता है वो, पुलाव. Their name should be registered under the Registry of Geographical Indication Tag, and generally it is valid for a period of 10 years. Exactly. Yes. वेज वाले कृपया करके पुलाव ले लो. वेज बिरयानी बेचना, वेज बिरयानी खरीदना, वेज बिरयानी का नाम बोलना सामूहिक क्राइम है, हिंसा है, एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट है, एंड सच पीपल डू नॉट हैव ह्यूमैनिटी. सौरभ, it should be शादाब या शाग हाउस. Paradise is not biryani. Paradise is bangan. We don't eat paradise. Shag house या शादाब. No. See, it can be renewed for a period of 10 years. Now I'll tell you a small statement when I tell about GI tag. There in Latin, there is a statement called ibi juris ibi remedium. Do you know what does it mean? Ibi juris ibi remedium बोल के एक statement है Latin में. Okay. I have a quick question. Now, most of you do get into arguments with people. आप लोग generally murder क्यों नहीं करते? I mean, why you don't like to murder people? Why you don't like to kill people? अरे नहीं, सच में कह रहा हूँ. संदीप, you basically say walking on the street, थोड़ा frustration में है, चाकू लेके फटक 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 फटक. Why are you not stabbing people and going? Exactly. Yes, sir. The problem tension crime का नहीं है, tension remedy का है. IPC 302 only talks about the crime. It is actually the subsequent CRPC, the Criminal Procedure Code, under which you get a 14-year imprisonment, is what you are afraid of. The remedy is more dangerous. Varna, if it is just a crime, you will do it every day. Arup, I mean, don't get me wrong. Respect of life, ethical issues, ठीक है, I understand. But generally, frustrated people do not think of ethics. No, the why I'm insisting on that EB juris EB remedy is where there is a law, there must actually be a remedy. We are not, the law says killing people is wrong, but we are more afraid of the remedy than the law itself. The problem with GI tag is GI tag has a law, there is no remedy. Anybody can sell anything. Abhi, for example, I'll tell you my experience. I was taking classes in Asia Institute in Bombay. बॉम्बे में एशिया में क्लास ले रहा था दादर में just next to Hind Mata flyover. There is a hotel at the just under the flyover. I went there and asked for Hyderabadi biryani. मैं ठहरा हैदराबादी. The guy brought me a green color rice with a leg of an animal. I was like, I don't want pudina rice. I asked him, I did not order for pudina rice. मुझे हैदराबादी बिरयानी चाहिए, मुझे पुदीना राइस विद चिकन नहीं चाहिए. Then he has started arguing with me saying, sir, this is only Hyderabadi biryani. I told him on the face, if this is Hyderabadi biryani, then from today I am Shah Rukh Khan. That guy was actually insulting Hyderabadi biryani. कुछ भी बेच रहा था in the name of Hyderabadi biryani. कुछ भी. I told him the same thing. यार ये मजाक है. That's when I really that was my first experience 2017 में. That is when I had a first experience of yaar how important is GI tag. See, मैं ठहरा Hyderabadi, so I know what is a Hyderabadi biryani. Just imagine somebody who's coming somewhere from say Uttarakhand या Jharkhand comes to Bombay, eats green color rice, and actually thinks ये पुदीना राइस with chicken is Hyderabadi biryani. और इसको इतना पॉपुलर बना रखा है इन लोगों ने. कितने बेशरम लोग हैं. Don't you think that's what people will think? I mean, right? And for each of you, like for example, litti choka, for those in Bihar, litti choka khana nahi hai, it's an emotion for Bihari. There are certain things you should not do with litti choka. And yaha, Hyderabad, mein, there is one shop where they actually literally kill it. They dip litti into sugar syrup like gulab jamun. मन करता है मारी दूं उसको. गुलाब जामुन में डुबा के बेचता है लिट्टी को. पूछो तो फिर कहता है सर ऐसे ही खाते हैं. मैं बोला मजाक है. कोई बिहारी देखेगा तो मार देगा तुम्हें. देयर इज छोका needs to be बैंगन होता है. दिस ग्रिल्ड ब्रिंजॉल onion tomato. It is more like the coal cooked say rice coal cooked wheat ball. Wheat ball, potato, coal mein. The idea of litti choka is essential. The entire essence is it reflects the life of Bihar, where there is less amount of resources, but you still have to make something really good. Sattu, potato, unse, I mean, the idea is coal cooked, raw, sort of dry kind of food. GI टैग इसीलिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर मेनी पीपल. देयर जोग्राफिकल रीजन में जो भी मिलता है, that may be food, that may be content, that may be products, people have certain emotions attached to it. And the entire idea of GI tag was actually to protect that, not just the commodity, but something called Hyderabadi biryani has a process. Hyderabadi halim has a process. Litti choka has a process. Dal bhati has a process. Rajma chawal of Jammu has sort of an idea. And Jammu ka Rajma chawal Jammu ka hi hai. The problem comes with the GI tag act mein, there is no provision for violations. If there is a violation of a GI tag, What is the punishment prescribed, or what is the violation, sort of to what extent we can permit a violation? कुछ भी नहीं पता. इसलिए everybody plays up with it. Okay, now next question. Which one of the following has won the Award of Excellence in this year's 2022 UNESCO Asia Pacific Awards for Cultural Heritage Conservation? The Walled City of Jaipur, Buddhist Monuments at Sanchi, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, Champaner Pavagad Archaeological Park. In this country, food is emotion. One must never play with food. And that too, somebody like me can always become frustrated. Personally, the worst food I've ever seen till now is, I know somebody who actually baked a pizza with peanut butter, chocolate syrup, and banana on topping. They and pizza died on that day. Pineapple is still okay. Pineapple is still okay. It's Hawaiian style में Hawaii में pineapple खाते हैं. But this was worst. Pizza died on that day. UNESCO Award for Excellence. Asia Pacific Awards for Cultural Heritage Conservation is answer C. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya. It's actually based in Mumbai. Has won the recent award for Asia Pacific Awards for Cultural Heritage Conservation. Since 2000, UNESCO's Asia Pacific Awards for Culture Heritage Conservation program has actually been recognizing different efforts of private individuals and organizations in restoring, conserving, and transforming structures and buildings of heritage value in the region. And a lot has been changing. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya was established. Originally it was established as Prince of Wales Museum of Western India. It is part of the Victorian Art and Art Deco Ensembles of Mumbai World Heritage Project. Now, there is one city which is most probably on the edge of actually winning the World Heritage City status in India after Ahmedabad. That is Hyderabad. Hyderabad has now gone into heavy conservation of its heritage structures. You know this, right? Those in Hyderabad should know this. Hyderabad is just on the verge of getting a World Heritage status, World Heritage City. Okay, now Palestinian territories borders with Israel, Jordan, Egypt. Select the correct answers from the codes given below. Philistine, Palestine, Palestine. It actually shares border with all the three. Palestine shares borders with Jordan in the east, Israel in the west, borders Egypt on the southwest. Also, Egypt is only way to access the place called Gaza Strip. And Palestine also has a maritime border with Dead Sea. The term two-state solution is sometimes mentioned in the news in the context of the affairs of the two-state solution. Two-state solution, two-state solution. He is sometimes mentioned in the news in the context of affairs of Israel-Palestine. Israel-Palestine conflict. The two-state solution is actually the only solution which is recognized today. Oslo Accords, 1991. Israel-Palestine issue. Consider the following statements about Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh. He was the sixth Sikh Guru who stood up against forcible conversions by the Mughals. He set up his headquarters in present-day Anandpur Sahib in 1665. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. Yes, Parth, बिल्कुल सही. Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh ji. He was the ninth Sikh Guru. Guru Gobind Singh के पिताजी थे ये. He was the father of Guru Gobind Singh ji. Guru Hargobind was the Sikh Guru. Gobind Singh ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh ji was the ninth Sikh Guru. He stood up against forcible conversions by the Mughals. No, see, Sitadri, from tomorrow morning, MCQ series will extend into Viceroys. Rather than having two different timings, I'm not able to, I mean, दिन में नहीं हो रहा है, तो we'll do it in the morning itself. ठीक है. हाँ बस 1.5 2 hours जो भी है जितना भी होगा. यूट्यूब है इसमें तो I can do, no issues. Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh ji established headquarters in present Anandpur Sahib in 1665. He helped Raja Ram Singh to broker a truce with Ahom king. Gurudwara Dhubri Sahib on the banks of Brahmaputra commemorates his peace accord. Aurangzeb ordered the public execution of Guru on November 11, 1675 after he declined to embrace Islam. Okay. Now, World Population Prospects 2022 was released by. कल सुबह से 2 घंटे का क्लास करेंगे. 1 घंटा MCQ, 1 घंटा वाइसरॉयस. झंझट ही खत्म. दिन का सुकून. UNDESA, yes. UNDESA. United Nations Department for Economic and Social Affairs. It publishes the World Population Prospects 2022. People over 65 years, 16% of the world population by 2050 is expected to be made up of over 65 years age. India, the project, I mean, at that time, now November 2022, it projected India to be 1.7 billion by 2050, having overtaken China to be the world's most populous country. And the only problem is UNDESA was very slow. क्योंकि we have already come to reach that. ये तो 2050 की बात कर रहे थे, हम तो 2023 में खत्म हो गए. With reference to the temples at Khajuraho, consider the following statements. The site of Khajuraho belonged to Chandela kings who ruled over central India from 9th to 13th century. The monuments at Khajuraho are a group of Hindu and Jain temples. Brahma temple is the only temple at Khajuraho completely built of soapstone and has a four-faced lingam in its sanctum sanctorum. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? One only, two and three only, one and two only, one, two and three. Having the highest population is actually a blessing. Trust me, it's a blessing. It is better. I mean, let us see it in a positive way. Our population is increasing, but at the same time, our decadal fertility is not decreasing. So, the way I put it is, हम population भी बढ़ा रहे हैं, नया जनरेशन भी आ रहा है. So, and such a big population has made us the chosen friend of the world. Today, we are at a point where Jaishankar sir can sit and give left and right the UN special rapporteur for his nonsense he spoke about G20. कल पूरा सर्फ एक्सल एक्स्ट्रा वॉश क्विक वॉश डाल के धो डाला यूनाइटेड नेशंस को. संदीप, trust me, we have a lot of space. Only about 40% of India is actually occupied by people. You must understand, almost every part of India is accessible to humans for living. It has water, it has resources, it has land, it has tree. The problem comes is when you try to compare this with somebody like America or Australia. Australia may, if you cross the New South Wales state for the next 3,800, 4,000 kilometers, it is not suitable for humanity. No water, no river, nothing. India में livable area is bigger. We are semi-tropical, no? This nobody tries to understand. America is also not a tropical country. And many people try to, आजकल का recent, I'll tell you, for example, getting 14 lakhs in India is equivalent to getting 50 lakhs in United States. 50 lakh rupees. 50, because your PPP is very high, no? India का PPP very low है. Yes, I used to live in Australia. अरुप, मैं 6 साल था ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. कोस्टल अच्छा है. रेस्ट ऑफ द ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज नॉट सुटेबल फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी. ह्यूमैनिटी छोड़ो, यू वोंट इवन फाइंड रेप्टाइल्स. In fact, when we drive from Sydney to Perth, we have a board written that this is the end of humanity. Please be prepared, क्योंकि अगले 3,000 किलोमीटर तक पानी भी नहीं मिलेगा पीने के लिए. इंसान तो छोड़ो, पानी भी नहीं मिलता ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पीने के लिए. And if you die, it will take at least a week to 2 weeks to actually find out your body because not many travel in that region. That's the problem. Answer is C, Khajuraho. Khajuraho actually belongs to Chandela Kings. It's one of the greatest creations of Chandela Kings, a classic real time example of Nagara School of Art. Answer is 1 and 2. Khajuraho, in fact, this year for current affairs, I mean, Khajuraho, I'm expecting definitely a question in prelims. August, October, November, December, February. 5 times खजुराहो टेम्पल्स पे क्वेश्चंस आर्टिकल्स आए थे न्यूज़पेपर में. 5 बार. 5 times. Initially, a group of monuments were a total of 84 temples, out of which only 25 remained intact today. The monuments at Khajuraho are a group of Hindu and Jain temples. They are widely known for its magnificent structures. Kandariya Mahadev Temple, one of the greatest temple collections. One of the greatest temples. UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986. Kandariya Mahadev Temple. Now, next question. With reference to Rani Ki Vav, the Queen's stepwell, consider the following statements. It was built on the banks of river Saraswati by the Gurjar Rani Udaymati of Chalukyan dynasty. It was built to commemorate her husband Raja Bhimdev I. It was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2014 by UNESCO. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Answer this, because I'm just coming. Answer this once. Rani ki Vav. It is actually answer is C and 1, 2, 3 because they are asking which of the following is correct. All of they are correct. Rani Ki Vav, or precisely translated as Queen's Chapel, was built in 1063 on the banks of river Saraswati by Gurjar Queen Rani Udaymati of Chalukya dynasty. It's a stepped well. It's actually in 2014 it was given the UNESCO World Heritage Site and particularly unique for its subterranean water architecture. It was originally created as a memorial for Raja Bhimdev I. The stepped well was constructed with a functional and structural aesthetic, classified as a Nanda style step well. The steps actually laid down through multiple levels with queues of carved walls, pillars, columns, brackets, and beams, ornamented with scroll work and more than 800 sculptures, with mostly depicting 10 different avatars of Lord Vishnu. Dashavatara! Actually, it was in memory of her husband only. With reference to rock shelters of Bhimbetka, consider the following statements. Bhimbetka archaeological site forms one of the largest group of prehistoric painted shelters in the world. These rock shelters fall in the Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary in the Vindhyan Ranges. All groups of rock shelters were recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 2003. Which of the following statements above is or are correct? One only, one and two, two and three, one, two, and three. UNESCO का Bhimbetka rock shelters. Bhimbetka shelters. Answer is B. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Answer is B, 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 B. One and two. Five group of rock shelters were recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage Site. Not all. Traditional centers of Renahati Road, which were not included in the heritage site. I mean, दो के लिए नहीं है. पांच तो recognized है. Bhimbetka archaeological site is one of the largest group of prehistoric shelters in the world. The rock shelters are spread over an area of covering 1,850 hectares. These shelters fall in the Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary in Vindhyan Ranges. Besides prehistoric remains, large number of Hindu and Buddhist archaeological remains are also found here in Bhimbetka. In fact, Bhimbetka is a Meso, Lower Paleo, sorry, Upper Paleo, Meso, Neo, every culture में है ये. The caves were originally excavated by V.S. Vakankar, Vishnu S. Vakankar, archaeologist, and in 1957, the earliest paintings are also visible here. 10,000 years old. They are rendered in three main colors: red, white, and green. इंडिया के मध्य प्रदेश में है, सेंटर में. Consider the following statements about the Sun Temple, Konark. It is one of the best representations of the Kalinga architecture. It was built by the Kalinga king of the Ganga dynasty, Narsimhadeva I in the 13th century, and it is made up of a stone called granite, widely available in the region. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Konark temple, or what you call Sun Temple. Surya Mandir, Sun Temple, Konark. Answer will be B. It is actually situated in Bay of Bengal, on very close to Bay of Bengal. Sun Temple is one of the best known representations of Kalinga architecture. Kona Arc. Kona means corner sun. Kona means corner. Arca means sun. So it is named after, since it is based in northeast corner of the famous Jagannatha temple at Puri. It is within the Jagannatha complex में northeast में है ईशान्य. And Konark is also called Black Pagoda, not Pagoda. The first mention of this is found in the diary of Strains and Master, Governor of Fort St. George, Madras. Konark Temple. It is used as a major Konark Temple has always been used as a major landmark by sailors and travelers. Mainly, the temple itself is dedicated to sun god, and it was built by Narasimha I in the 13th century. It was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 1984 for its architectural brilliance and for serving as an evidence for the spread of sun worship in India from Kashmir to eastern part. Best example of spread of sun worship. Konark is made of a stone called Kondalite, widely available in the region, not granite. The entire structure was constructed without using any binding materials, no mortar, no cement. It is one of the first structures in India to have used iron beams, iron girders or iron beams and dowels. Sides में iron beams के साथ support होता पूरे structure का. It is said to be that the temple was held together using electromagnetic force with 63 tons of magnet, 10 tons of bottom, and 53 at the top of the structure. Electromagnetic. So instead of using binding material, they use electromagnetic force as binders. Magnets. Consider the following statements about the Konark temple. It is okay. No, it's got repeated. Which one of the following heritage structure is known especially for its rathas? Temples in the form of chariots, mandapas, and giant open air reliefs, such as famous descent of Ganga. Group of monuments at Hampi, group of monuments at Pattadakal, group of monuments at Mahabalipuram, Khajuraho Temple of Monuments. No, Kondalite is not. Are you able to hear background noise? No. Okay, good. Descent of Ganga, Mahabalipuram, no? Mahabalipuram. 56 kilometers south of city of Chennai stands Mahabalipuram, commonly called Mahamallapuram, built as a city, as a port city or a seaport for the Pallava kings of the 7th and 8th century. It is named after Narasimhavarma Pallava, son of Mahendravarma Pallava. Narasimhavarma was commonly called Mahamallan. That is why this temple is, this village, this town is called Mahamallapuram. Mahabalipuram was declared a UNESCO site in 1984, and it has monolithic structures, radhas, mandapas, and numerous Shiva sculptures. And the beauty of Mahamallapuram is it also has a specific idea or specific reference of um, Pallavan style of architecture. And Mahabalipuram also was the place of India China discussions, Narendra Modi, Xi Jinping discussions, Mahabalipuram summit. Not fully, no, Sandeep. Goralangur could not take everything. That's why the temple is still standing, no? The cave temples were built before the reign of Pallava kings. Mahendravarma Pallava built that Sittanavasal cave temple. Some of the important Pallava cave temples are Adi Paraha Perumal cave temple, dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Trimurti cave temple, dedicated to the three gods, Trimurtis. Krishna caves, Mahishasuramardini cave dedicated to the goddess, and Yali or tiger caves. Narasimhavarma, Rajasimha, the royal seat, they built in cave temples. With reference to Ellora caves, consider the following statements. Ellora caves are located in the district of Aurangabad in Maharashtra. The caves were declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. Topography of the area consists of a rocky plateau with the in the shape of a semicircle. Which of the following statements above is or are correct? One only, two and three, one and three, one, two and three. Answer is D. Ellora caves are actually located in the district of Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Originally, old name of Ellora? What is the old name of Ellora? Elichpur. Elichpur. The caves were excavated between 6th to 11th century. There are more than 100 caves, of which only 34 are open to public. First 12 are Buddhist caves. The next are Hindu caves. And the last four are Jain caves. 1983. UNESCO World Heritage said the topography of the area consists of a rocky plateau, basically basaltic rock. Buddhist caves lie to the right arc of the south, Jain caves on the left arc of the east, of the north. Hindu caves are basically at the center. So Buddhist, Hindu, Jain. ऐसा होता है. Like the arc. Like an arc, Buddhist, Jain, Hindu in the center. The religious iconography of Indus Valley people consists of seals and ceilings, images and statues, terracotta figurines, amulets and tablets. Which of the choose the correct answer from the codes given below. Religious iconography of Indus Valley civilization. Religious iconography. I mean, basically, what all symbolizes religious acts. Answer is D. Answer is D, D, D. Consists of seals and ceilings, images and statues, terracotta figurines, amulets and tablets. सब कुछ तो था. All of these we consider to be representative of religious iconography or religion of Indus Valley civilization. No? Which of the following places was revealed in actual remains of rhinoceros, though it is frequently represented on the seals discovered from various Indus sites? You've seen the question on camel bones, you've seen the question on horse bones. What about rhinoceros bones? Rhinoceros has been observed in Amri, a proto-Indus site, one of the earliest Indus Valley sites. Proto-Indus. Amri, proto-Indus site. Rhinoceros bones. Which one of the following metals made its earliest appearance in India before any other place in the world? Copper, gold, tin, and silver. दुनिया की दूसरी जगहों से पहले हिंदुस्तान में कौन सा मेटल दिखा था? कॉपर, गोल्ड, टिन, सिल्वर. Silver, silver, India. Silver, India, India. Yes, Ramya. The Amri side question actually came from newspaper only. Silver. The majority of Harappan pottery was polychrome pottery, black painted pottery, red painted pottery, plain pottery. Indus Valley pottery was. It is plain pottery, no? Harappan pottery was plain pottery. Harappan pottery was plain pottery. Harappa originally was plain pottery. Bones of camels were discovered at camel bones. Yes. Anyways, in 6 minutes, the class also will end at 9. Bones of camel have been discovered at. It's a straightforward question, no? Kalibangan. Kalibangan, Kalibangan, Kalibangan. For which one of the following crops there is no evidence of cultivation from any of the Indus sites? Barley, sugarcane, rice, field peas. Sugarcane was never available, guys. Sugarcane इंडस वैली में दिखता ही नहीं है. We don't know if these guys actually knew sugarcane in the first place. There is no evidence. Sugarcane. Always remember this. Always remember this. There is no evidence of sugarcane. Barley, rice, and field peas, yes. Field peas, pigeon peas, definitely. Barley, definitely. Rice, definitely, but not sugarcane. Which one of the following processes was used in manufacture of Harappan seals? Pinching, molding, cutting, casting. Pinching, molding, cutting, casting. No, they used to use palm sugar. Dates and palms थे ना वर्षा. Diabetes important था. Source not important. Cutting, the technique of cutting and polishing the seals with white luster was a unique invention of Harappa. Cutting. Casting is done for metals. Molding is for wax and bronze. Pinching terracotta. Cutting stone cut. Cutting. What what is the so-called English bond said to have originally introduced by Harappans? Today we call it English bond. It was actually Harappan bond. It is actually a technique of laying bricks in alternative forms. Always remember this. ये जो ये ऐसा आता है ना bricks. This is called English bond today. Which one of the following were the most standardized products of Harappans? Pottery, terracotta, bricks, and statues. Most standard means something which was actually visible across Indus Valley civilization itself, across every part of the civilization. Bricks, definitely bricks. 4:2:1. Definitely bricks. 4:2:1 ratio. Which one of the following Indus cities has houses with the doors on the main streets? In fact, this is the only Indus city with houses on the main street or houses having doors facing the main street. This is the only Indus city. The city was slightly different to everybody else that we know. Everybody else or every other city that we know in Indus Valley, जनरल स्टैंडर्ड फीचर से बहुत सारे फीचर्स नहीं मिलते इसमें. लोथल सुरकटोड़ा चनहुदारो बनवाली. The answer A is actually Lothal. In Lothal, this city is the houses main doors actually face the main street, which is completely contrary to the regular Indus Valley behavior. Last question for the day. Almost all the ministers of Shivaji's Ashtapradhan except two participated in war. Pick out the exceptions from among the following: Peshwa, Amatya, Pandit Rao, Nyayadhish, Sachiv. So in Sabi may say who did not participate in the wars? It was actually D. D. Yes, D. Nyayadhish and Pandit Rao. These two do not actually participate in the battle, but all others do. Shivaji's Ashtapradhan में से है. Okay, guys, we will continue the discussion tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And that's it in the session today. From tomorrow, the class timing will increase a little. So we'll be doing half of the time, we'll be doing MCQs. Rest half, we'll finish up the Viceroy's series. Okay. That's it in the session for today. Thank you. You have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you for your time, guys.